Tonight, our memo calls for hygiene of the arms, specifically the arms of government. Hygiene here being the upholding of the independence, objectivity and fidelity to the constitutional order by the executive, the judiciary and parliament. It is commendable that the heads of the three arms of government have met and, going by the press releases they shared, discussed some of the challenges they've been facing and made commitments on how to resolve the long-standing, hard-to-shake-off headache of corruption. President William Ruto, Chief Justice Martha Koome, and Speaker of the National Assembly Moses Wetangula have reiterated that they are at war with corruption in their domains, as graft is posing a grave threat to the nation. This follows sustained attacks on the judiciary by the president and other members of the executive and the broader political class that is allied to the head of state. The meeting, in and of itself, had received criticism by the opposition and the Law Society of Kenya. If the details of the meeting and talks were solely around the issues cited in the press statements and the leaders follow through their promises, then this is a good sign for the country. There is nothing wrong with having such high-level consultations unless they threaten the key principle of separation of power. The judiciary must discharge its functions without any interference from the executive, as has been happening lately. The prayer of many a Kenyan is that the meeting did not take the same route as the intimidation that judges have been battling, as the Chief Justice admitted to be happening due to the attacks by the political class. The CJ and her team walked out of the meeting with commitments to increase funding and more. It was a goodie bag given at State House. Again, it is the prayer of many a Kenyan that this is not in any way to influence the positions and stand of the judiciary, but just the executive doing what is right and just. Now, the respective arms have pledged to perform their functions in a manner that respects, promotes and enhances the rule of law, institutional independence and respect for court decisions. This is welcome, as President Ruto had only the other day threatened to disobey court orders, claiming they are working against his development agenda. The public attacks on the judiciary pose a serious threat to the rule of law and to the sanctity of the institution. The overriding hope here is that this meeting will mark the beginning of a genuine and effective war on corruption and is not just a public relations smile for the cameras exercise or an attempt to coerce the judiciary into doing the executive's bidding. The judiciary must remain independent, as it is the place where all go in search of justice. It must also not be a marketplace for justice, where the highest bidder gets it. So as the arms hold hands in a noble effort, they must still ensure hygiene and each do their part for the good of Kenyans. That is the memo.